Moving now to our special focus tonight. It's taken 28 years for 3 central ministers to visit Bhopal. A welcome gesture perhaps before a key group of empowered ministers meet on Friday. Yet, is this the real problem? Will this gesture extend to action, or will it be a whirlwind visit and photo opportunity? Ask the victims.
"28 years after India's worst industrial tragedy, a flying visit by 3 central ministers. It turned out to be a 5-minute photo op with 5 gas tragedy victims and a press conference that was mostly about UPA's achievement.
It's not a GOM on all aspects concerning the Bhopal gas tragedy. It was constituted for the limited purpose of ensuring that compensation is paid, the rehabilitation work quickens, and the rehabilitation is complete. It's for a limited purpose, and I think we have addressed all issues promptly.
कोई हमदर्दी के 2 लफ्ज नहीं कहे। इंग्लिश में अगर हिंदी नहीं जानते थे तो इंग्लिश में 2 लफ्ज बोल सकते थे कि हम आपके साथ हैं, आपकी हमदर्दी रखते हैं, हम इंसाफ दिलाने की कोशिश करेंगे। ऐसा कोई लफ्ज नहीं बोला।
Rashida B suffers from a chronic breathing problem. She lost 6 members of her family, including her father and sister. Most of her relatives are dead or are dying of cancer. Rashida has no children and can never have them. All she has is a mission to get justice for the thousands of Bhopal victims like Jagdish. 24-year-old Jagdish recently lost his sight altogether. He was born with congenital defects 4 years after the Bhopal gas tragedy. His sister Rajkumari died of cancer in 2010. Half the family's income of 3,000 is spent on medicine, and 25,000 rupees they got as compensation is history.
अभी भी लग रहा है कि बहुत कुछ नहीं बदला जब से हादसा हुआ।
जी, कुछ भी नहीं बदला, बिल्कुल वैसा ही का वैसा। जैसा पहले था, पहले हालात थे वही हालात। अभी भी लड़ाई लड़ते हुए भी सरकार हम लोगों की सुनती ही नहीं है बिल्कुल। गरीबों की तरफ तो मुड़ के देखना ही नहीं चाहती।
50-year-old Savitri Bai is dying of tuberculosis. She lost 3 sons and her husband. 2 remaining children, Anil and Shobha, suffer from chronic health problems due to polluted water. The family earns 4,000 a month. Most of it goes into medical bills.
आपको सरकार सहायता दे रही है इस समय? आपको
अभी कुछ नहीं दे रही। कुछ नहीं दे रही।
These are the living dead of Bhopal, waiting to be heard. The ministers visited the Bhopal Memorial Hospital and met 5 victims who had to sum up their demands in just a few minutes. They asked the ministers to give the correct number of gas victim. It's not 5,000, but 25,000, they said, and remove the tons of toxic waste still lying at the Union Carbide site.
The Bhopal gas victims and activists have called Chidambaram, Salman Khurshid and Narayan Swamy's visit to Bhopal as a mere eyewash, though the GOM members have assured that they will take up the issues discussed with them in the next GOM meeting. But the question that now arises is, have the Bhopal gas victims who have been fighting for 27 years for their rights have become the latest victim of political apathy? In Bhopal with Rizwan Khan, Siddharth Sanjan Das for NDTV.
Well, let's go across now to our special debate. When will the voices of Bhopal be heard in Delhi? That's the real question. Today we saw ministers there, but will they take back what they've learned? Lessons over the last 28 years still continuing today. The world's biggest industrial tragedy. Joining me tonight on that, I'm joined by Sunita Narayan, head of the Centre for Science and Environment, also by Satyavrat Chaturvedi and Najma Heptullah, both Rajya Sabha MPs from the Congress and the BJP from the state of Madhya Pradesh. I'm also joined by Rachna Dhingra, who's been fighting for Bhopal victims, and Mahesh Mathai, someone with a completely different perspective, a director who made the hard-hitting film Bhopal Express. Rachna Dhingra, let me begin with you. The point I made about the voice of Bhopal victims reaching Delhi. We've seen attempts again and again. We've seen situations when Bhopal activists have been chained outside the Prime Minister's office, protests in Jantar Mantar. Today you had ministers come calling. Will this make a difference?
Today, 3 ministers came and we saw this act as nothing but a big photo op for them. There were more than 500 victims waiting for them outside the hospital to meet with them. Police and the state administration were telling us that we are causing a security risk to Mr. Chidambaram. Mr. Chidambaram, Mr. Khurshid, Mr. Narayan-Samy, when they announced their visit, they never had it in their agenda that they are going to meet with the Bhopal victims. The 5 minutes that they met with 6 people, it was like a meeting with, while they are walking, they are talking with us. Yes, yes, we will give you more time. Yes, we will listen to you. But the fact is, for the last 2 years, Mr. Chidambaram, who has been the chairman of the group of ministers, has actually accomplished nothing. What he has accomplished is that he has totally left out 90% of the gas victims from the compensation thing. There are people who are still dying untimely deaths because of his inaction. The Bhopal Act of 1985 clearly says that Government of India, the central government, will do everything in the interest of Bhopal gas victims, and Mr. Chidambaram is doing exactly the opposite of that.
Rachna Dhingra, let me bring in Mr. Chaturvedi, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress, to react to that. Why is it that governments, whether it's a central government, whether it's a state government, seem to be almost on the other side? Why is it, as we've seen activists allege, that the government seems to be favouring more big corporations than these victims?
27 years, hell lot of a time. Biggest tragedy, industrial tragedy that we suffered, thousands of them. There's no denying the fact that be it this government or that, I mean, whatever has been done, I mean, we don't say that nothing has been done. Yes, something has been done. But whatever has been done, has it been adequate? Has it really addressed the problems of those affected in this incident? The biggest question has been whether the people have got justice or not.
It's clear they haven't.
They haven't. They haven't. And in fact, whatever assistance we have provided from either center or state has been absolutely short of adequate.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.